What's up, beautiful people? Today we're going to be checking out Michael Knowles leaves Professor speechless after dismantling Columbus myths. Let's get to it.
Hi, uh, I'm a full-time professor here. I also am Italian American, and I happen to agree with the protester in the back.
Well, I have to say, as a professor, that you would come. I really appreciate that because I know students come out a lot, but professors don't always come out to hear opposing points of view, so that's a wonderful thing.
It's my duty. But
I've left you speechless. I've
have,
dazzled you.
Thank you. In 1492, before a racist and genocider came to this land, there were people living here. Every inch of this land was occupied.
Just as a matter of history, not every inch of the land was occupied. There were huge areas that were completely wilderness.
I was quiet the entire time you spoke. Those people still exist. The North American indigenous people, Central and South American, they're still here. And I would like to know how you can say that they have no ancestral claim to this land, and that as a white person, you can say that they cannot migrate freely and cannot use the land freely that they rightfully own and have for thousands of years.
Well, Mike, I'd like you to be more specific. Which people specifically and which land specifically? Because there were lots of different peoples in the northern and southern, in North America and South America at the arrival of Christopher Columbus. So which people do you think have a claim to which land?
I'm talking about the Native Americans.
But there were many different Native American
tribes.
tribes.
Would you like me to name all the tribes?
Yes, and I'd like you to name, and the reason I would like you to name all the tribes is because there were many tribes who conquered many other tribes. So just as an example, thank you. Just as an example, the Comanche Indians come in and they conquer areas run by the Apache Indians. Now the United States comes in and it owns that land. To which tribe should that revert? To which tribe should that land revert? The Comanche who had it before us, or the Apache who had it before them? Moreover, for the people who still exist, you're referring to Christopher Columbus in an ahistorical way by calling him some sort of racist or some sort of genocidal maniac. The man never committed any sorts of genocide at all, and he was actually known among the Spanish explorers for his good treatment of the natives. That point is neither here nor there. And I encourage people to read biographies of Christopher Columbus because there's a lot of historical fiction out there. The point on that is that when the Spanish came to this country, and to this continent, they did create a new race known as Latinos. This is a mixture of Spaniards and Native American populations. So if we are going to revert certain land to native populations, why would we not then immediately take that land away from them because they also descend from Spanish explorers? In what sort of atomized way would you define your own race, your own identity? I think this is a very backwards and ultimately impossible view of personal identity that puts your stock in some particular ancestor rather than something that is larger than yourself. I think it's a madness of the modern left, and it leads to crazy policy proposals, such as saying that somebody who descends from a native population in Colombia has a right to move to any apartment he wants to in New York because of race or something. We can certainly have a response.
Thank you for not answering my question, and in the future,
I think I did answer you. How specifically could I answer your question?
If you could not lower the microphone until the person's done speaking, I think that'd be better for everyone. Thank you. That's all.
So you were done speaking.
Yeah, that one. I've heard very opposing points, but I don't know if they're factual. Very opposing points from what Michael Knowles just said. But Michael knows if those are facts, then it's not illogical what he stated. But he said something that Christopher Columbus was actually known for his good deeds, something like that. But maybe did I get the wrong information? I was told about the Thanksgiving, how the Native Americans I think they were fed something that was not healthy for them, something like that. And I've also heard a lot though, is it smallpox? Yeah. So I'm not I'm not very qualified to speak on this, but I've heard a lot of opposing points from what Michael Knowles just said in that video. And I like Michael Knowles. I'm just saying that right now I don't completely agree with him just because of what I've heard in the past. Also, I'm not Native American. I'm not even white, so I don't know precisely. But yeah, feel free to talk to me on that one. Yeah, with reference to what Christopher Columbus did when he arrived America, or when he arrived the native land, depending on how you want to call it. I'm not sure. I'm African all the way. But yeah, I've never heard anybody say those things Michael Knowles just said. That one, I see why somebody could be mad at him for saying it. I really do see why. But also, if it's true, then it's a perspective that doesn't get discussed a lot. Yeah, because I've never heard it before. Well, let me know what you think about that. Yeah, let me know. I should definitely go get more knowledge on that. Yeah, I don't want to address anything and be direct and say this one was wrong or this one was right, but I definitely need to go get some education on that. Let me know what you think. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. That was a good one. Yeah, they said Michael Knowles left Professor speechless. He also left me speechless. Well, smash the like button, subscribe, share your thoughts. If you know more about this, feel free to educate us that don't really know. And have a wonderful day. Peace. I made this bed on my own.